Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with horse racing tips for Tuesday the 19th of November. Well, it all started so well, but it ended up finishing a bit of a damp squib. Well, we had two winners, a placed, which had it, well, I say had every chance, it was given every chance, just fell slightly short. And then the most frustrating thing of the day is a horse that gets back from 5-1 to 6-4. I think it returns somewhere around there, a Lafdal, and then finishes unplaced. Frustrating because the alternative would have come placed. I'm not after timing. It's frustrating, really. The alternative would have been heart rate. I did mention it in a video a bit back where it was, I won't say unlucky, it was travelling well. I did mention because it was the jockey called Mason Patel at the time who actually went on to ride eventually the 66-1 chance that we had that drifted from eights, Crafter. So yeah, it didn't. It was Billy Loughnane that rode it today, as in Monday, rode heart rate. But anyway, forget that. Alafdal ran a poor race. It ran a flat race. It was too keen. I don't know. I'm just very surprised it came out the first four, even when it's backed into 6-4. I know the jockey, well, no, not the jockey. The horse doesn't know its price, but something wasn't right there. It ran too poor to be true to form. I thought it was by far the best horse, in very good form, and just didn't perform, to be fair. So let me get on to Tuesday's selection. So it was a profitable day Monday, so I can't knock it. 6-1 winner, 5-2 winner, which I know it was a lot bigger than that. I think was it about 5-1, the 5-2 chance. Aberama Gold, I think it returned sevens. I saw 11-2, and then I thought it went off on the. I thought it went off on the off. Off on the off. Does that make sense? I thought it was basically 11-2 on the off, but it wasn't. It returned sevens, and then unfortunately the last one came unplaced. Anyway, so what I've had for Tuesday is I've had a 5p each way, lucky 15, and I've took all the prices. I've had a 5p each way, lucky 15, and I've left all the prices. And then I've had £1 each way accumulator where I've taken the prices which I think will shorten, and I've left the prices where I think they're a bit skinny at the moment. So let me get into it. So I'm going to show you, let me show you the one where I've taken the prices so that you've got a rough idea what they are. So the first selection in the 5p each way, look 15, is Topkapi Star at 15-2 in the 12 o'clock at Carlisle, and they're paying 4 places instead of 3. So the raving about this jockey, is it Peter Kavanagh? I'm sure it's him. I know there's two of them. There's Ryan Kavanagh and Peter Kavanagh. I think they're raving about this jockey. I may be wrong, but it's a conditional jockey's race, and I think he's one of the better jockeys in the race. This horse is crying out for 3 mile, which it is at Carlisle tomorrow. It's a course winner. I can't remember if it's a course and distance winner, but it's a course winner. It does go very well on bad ground. Well, it isn't really bad ground tomorrow. It's good or good to soft ground. So maybe I'd like a little bit of rain. I don't know if it's, I haven't actually checked the forecast, but I think this horse will be okay on the ground as it is. But it's dying, in my opinion, for the step up, back up to 3 mile. It's in good form. It ran recently. I think it was over 2.5 mile. I think it was. This horse always seems to stay on well. Last time it won at Carlisle, it was on heavy ground, and it ran on what it kept on strongly. So stays the trip very well. I think it's got a cracking chance, and I do really like the look of that one. The second selection is Raceview Road at 12-1 in the 12:30 at Carlisle, paying 4 places instead of 3. So this horse, it's one of the horses that's, I think it's been underestimated. It's 12-1. I think it should be shorter than that. I think it should be 7s or 8s. It's got plenty of chase form. It's actually in okay form. There's question marks over a lot of the field with absences, and also a lot of them are first time over the chase fences. This has got plenty of experience. I still believe it's on the improve. It's running pretty well, and I think it's got every chance. I'm not going to go too far into this, but yeah, I think both horses, definitely these first two, have got cracking chances, and I think that they're too big a price. The third selection is Sol Cayo at 9-1 in the 5:30 at Southwell, paying 4 places instead of 3. So this horse was owned by John and Jess Dance. It then went to Coverdale Stud, and now it's changed ownership again. And in my opinion, I think it could well be an all-weather horse. It started off quite promisingly, or gradually improving, stepped up gradually in trip. This horse was trained by James Horton. It ran at least, well, I think it made its debut on the all-weather over 5 furlongs at Southwell. But it ran 2 very encouraging races at Wolverhampton. One, I believe it came second, and the other, I think it won. I think it's got a preference for the all-weather. It then it had a break. I can't remember if it was actually gelded or not, or wind operation. I can't remember. I know there was a gap in between anyway, and it's had 3 runs. Sorry, I'm losing the plot here. It's trained by, I think it's Fiona McSherry. Yeah, Fiona McSherry, ridden by Sean Kiran. So this horse, its last 3 runs for Fiona McSherry, well, it ran okay on its debut for it. I think it was at Pontefract. I might be wrong. Then its next run was at York on slower ground, and I think it hated the ground. I think it was also a bit keen that day, and it didn't really get home, just didn't enjoy it. Its most recent run was at Newcastle, where it stayed on very well. And to say it hadn't done too much in the 2 previous runs, I was surprised at only being 12-1. I think this horse has got a bit of talent there. It's the best horse in the race. I think it's definitely heading in the right direction. I'm hoping it's come on for the run. It's had a confidence booster at Newcastle. It is a tricky race because there are so many in this race where there's one like Highway Grey, or is it Highway? Yeah, Highway Grey. That's got a chance, but I don't think it stays 1 mile 3 well enough. Otherwise, it would have been the tip, but I just don't think it quite gets home. There is one trained by James Owen. I think it's called Kinetic. I think that's also got every chance. But I've gone for Solkeo because I think it's a little bit of a dark horse and there's more to come from it. And the final selection is Rousing Encore at 5-1 in the 6 o'clock at Southwell, paying 4 places instead of 3. Right. Right. Just give me a second. So between this horse, Rousing Encore, and Topkapi Star, they are nap and next best, but I can't split them. I don't know which one to give the titles to. So the joint naps, Topkapi Star and Rousing Encore. Rousing Encore, I would have been more excited about it if it was about 8 or 9-1. I was very surprised to see 5-1. I thought it would have been a slightly bigger price than that. He ran an absolute cracker in a Class 3, I think it was, at Southwell last time. Ruth Carr, I think... I can never work out your name. Just give me 1 second. And I'm going to say it as I see it. Al Plavy, or is it Al P. Levy? I don't know. Anyway, we'll call you Al. You mentioned that Ruth Carr had across the card double. I just waited on the 7:15 for her last one. A nice 21 winner. Wouldn't go amiss. Haha. So it looks... Ruth Carr is very dangerous on the all-weather. So, well, she's very dangerous anyway. She's very good at getting horses that have been very nice. They've either gone wayward or they've gone to her and they've gone wayward, as in like the handicap mark plummets, and then she'll keep picking these races up off very well handicapped horses. This horse, in my opinion, even though it's on the improve again, is very well handicapped. Its last 3 runs, I think, have been crackers, or should I say absolute crackers rather than crackers. I don't mean crackers as in bonkers. I mean crackers as in a real good run. As I said, it ran a cracker at Southwell, and I think this horse, I think it's actually stepping down in class. Proven course, it handles a course, and I just think it's got every chance. There is some. It is a tricky race, but I do like the look of it, and there's a lot of money at stake. And Ruth Carr, when there's big prizes at stake, it's very rare that she's not involved. So those are the 4 selections. The first one and the last one are very strong fancies. The second one, Raceview Road, is a very interesting one where it should run its race. And Cayo is a bit of a dark horse. It'll either be in the first 2, in my opinion, or probably towards the rear. So anyway, so as I said, I've had 2 5p each way luck 15s, one of them taking the prices, one bet leaving the prices, and then the £1 each way accumulator. I've taken the prices on the first 2, Topkapi Star 15-2 and Raceview Road at 12-1, and then I've left the other 2 to SP on the accumulator. So if you can give me a like, it's been a long-winded one, talking about nothing really. So if you give me a like, I really appreciate it, or even a subscribe. Click the subscribe button if you will, please. So the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.